time I spoke about depression. Okay? If depression is something you suffer with, or somebody you love or care about suffers with, listen up and please share this video with them. Okay, before I start, if you're watching on Instagram, it's likely this video is going to go off after a minute. If you're interested, watch my IGTV video if you want to hear more. Now, this video is completely unscripted. It's coming from in here. It's coming from 18 years of suffering with it, battling with it. So it could go on for longer than 10 minutes, all right? I'm just going to spill it out. If it goes on for longer than 10 minutes, IGTV is not even going to cope with it. You're going to have to watch the rest on my YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. Before I start, one last thing. You need to know, if you're suffering from depression or you know someone who is, that what I'm about to say, you need to know what my intention is. My intention is to help people, okay? I do not wish to offend anyone. It comes from a place of, and from a person who's suffered with it, who's battled with it for a lot of years, and I want, rather than hide it, I want to offer this, and my intent is to help. So first know that. If I upset you, if I offend you, it is not intended. My intention is to help you, to give you some other ways of looking at it that I've learned that have helped me, okay? So the first thing, and I'm standing for this, okay, emotion is going to come out. I need to let this energy out, so I'm going to get a bit handsy, all right? Now, one of the first things, my frustrations with the medical industry and the way we treat depression, me personally, I was told I just have it, okay? It's a chemical thing. It's maybe even genetic, right? Now, I have a few problems with that. One of my problems with that is if you've been told that it's genetic, if it's chemical, that's it, you've got it, your stuff, it's going to make you feel hopeless. If you think you're going to be depressed for the rest of your life, that's going to make you depressed. Okay? That's going to make you depressed. It's a strong belief of mine that that's crap. It's not genetic, it's not chemical. Okay? It's not. That's my belief. Don't want to offend anyone if that's yours, but that's my personal belief. If it was genetic, if it was chemical, then you'd have been depressed at the age of 5. Was you depressed at 5? Or was you running around having fun? Okay? Is it chemical? Is it genetic? Or is it, why is there then so many people in this day and age depressed? I would question, it's not genetic, it's not chemical, it's conditions, it's habits, it's things that happen to us in life. So, if you're depressed, let me have a guess about you. Let me have a guess about some of the things that happen in your life. And let's see if it's chemical or if it's some of the things and the habits and the things that happen in your life. Do you suffer with anxiety? Are you frustrated? Are you angry? Do you have bitterness inside you? Are you suppressing something? Do you feel or do you lack in self-worth? Okay, do you struggle at work? Do you know who you are? Are you confused? Are you lost? These things are symptoms of depression. I know because I've been through it and I've spent 18 years figuring it out. And actually I calculated today, I've spent over £40,000 in psychotherapy to get to this point. So it's coming from a place of knowledge and experience. Now the problem is, what happens in the end, and to be fair to health professionals, you go to them and the doctor has 5 minutes for you, that's it, he's got 5 minutes. He can't go to the root of the problem, so he gives you a prescription. There you go. A prescription is like trimming the tree, okay? You don't get to the roots. All it does is keep you on a level, and that's it. Now you go off and you live the rest of your life depressed. You are dependent upon tablets to get by, to survive, okay? You weren't born with depression. That's my opinion. I don't believe you was. I don't believe you was always unhappy, always lost, always miserable, always felt hopeless. Someone telling you this is how you're going to be is going to make you feel hopeless. That's my intention. I want to ruffle a few feathers and I want you to find hope again. Because that's the only thing that got me through. I got so fed up at one point, I actually thought, loads of times I thought about killing myself. But what added to my frustration was, because of my spiritual beliefs, I thought that's not even the answer. Because I didn't know what would happen to me if I killed myself. That actually led me to feeling even more frustrated and depressed because I thought even killing myself isn't the answer. Oh my God, what do I even do? Depression for me, what I've realised, was a suppression of who I am, a suppression, a lack in confidence, a lack of self-worth, a frustration for not really being able to do the things I want to do or be the person I want to be because I'm so confused about who that was. Depression will be different for everybody. Everybody will have their certain forms, everybody will have their traits, their things, their triggers. Okay, one of my triggers, and can you relate to this, is that like now, I get very, very high, I get very, very passionate. The higher you get, the lower you come down. Maintaining an even level of energy is one of the keys for me. It's taken me this long to know my triggers. It's taken me God knows how many failed and bad relationships. And this is the point. The trouble is with depression, because all we do is feed you tablets, we don't try and get to the root cause of the problem. You carry on through life and your depression keeps messing you up. It becomes self-fulfilling. I feel like a burden, I'm depressed, you mess up my relationship, I am a bad person, I've just self-fulfilled that, and you carry on, and as you're carrying on, you're ruining relationships, you're ruining yourself, you're digging yourself more holes, you're adding to your scars, you move into the next relationship, and you begin to believe that you are hopeless. You begin to believe your own crap about you being a burden. You're in a negative, self-fulfilling circle of crap, in all honesty. Now look, I've got to be honest, it's not easy. It's not easy, it's not gonna be easy. I funded everything myself. You know, I felt hopeless and frustrated with the mental health issue because no one wanted to help me really, they just wanted to give me tablets. And my argument would be, what's worse? You know, those tablets, you know what they do is they numb you and they shut you up. That's what they do. They make you calm down, they suppress your energy. In one sense, I get it. This energy is a prime example. On those tablets, I wouldn't have this energy, I'd just be like that. So at least I don't get the highs and therefore I don't get the lows. But what I am is like a freaking zombie all the time. Yeah? Jeez, come on. Energy is good. But what we need to do, what I needed to do, is learn to control that energy. Then I don't get too high, and if I don't get too high, I don't get too low. I stay across the middle. That's my experience. Like, everybody's going to be different. Everyone's going to have the different forms. I just wanted to give you my thoughts and feedback from my experience. Now, as I say, it has taken me 18 years. It is going to be a long journey, but at least there's hope. And let me tell you something. If and when you conquer it, which you will if you don't give up. If you give up and say, I've got to be on tablets for the rest of my life, then yeah, it is hopeless. You have given up. That is who and where you will be. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I remember a point in time where I did need tablets. I was so erratic, I was so lost, and I was so all over the place. I needed them to ground me, to at least get to a level where I could get out of bed. So look, if that's where you are, I get it, all right? And this is always going to be the problem I'm going to have, because everyone's at a different level. Some people I might make feel worse, and I'm very aware of that. So for you, I will try and take myself back down and remember that, because sometimes this sort of person ranting at you doesn't help. It just makes you feel worse. I remember those times when you can't even get out of bed. That's crap. What I would say to you is, go easy on yourself at this point. It's all right for me being here. It's taken me, as I say, a long freaking time. When you're that low, yes, you do need tablets. You do. I actually believe that. And it's a slow process from that point. You have to jump on the highs when you're feeling good. You have to push yourself. You know what? It's a freaking tough journey. It's a hard thing. It's unlike any other thing. If it's physical, if I've got like one arm, not knocking anyone one arm. The trouble is, people can't see into your mind. They don't understand what you're going through. Someone has something physical, they can see it. With depression, you can't. But at the same time, you've got to be very careful not to be the victim too much. I was the victim for a long time. The problem with that is, you keep yourself there. And that was one of my other, one of the things that helped me. When I took responsibility for my depression, when I said it's me, it's within me, something within me is recreating me feeling like this. Asking the doctor or anybody else to fix me was never going to work. I had to fix me. Only I can work me out. That does add to frustration. I get it. It is. You're in a pickle, you're in a tangle. But let me tell you, unless you start now to untie that tangle, you're gonna float through life, you're gonna keep doing things, you're gonna beat yourself up, you're gonna get yourself down, you're gonna make mistakes, and you're just gonna add to the knot. Okay, at least here you can see there is a way out, but you have got to work on yourself. Unfortunately, you've got to dig deeper. Now I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I'm gonna cut out, get over to my YouTube channel. you've got to dig deeper, all right? I'm sorry to tell you, but when you're going through that pain, one of the best ways is to keep going through that pain. You know, the times, I don't know about you and where you're at, okay, but I would see psychotherapists, I would see counsellors. I would only ever go and see them when I was so low. That was the trouble. And so what I would do is I would go and see, I got so low and I thought, I'll do anything. I'll go and speak to anyone because I'm that low, I will go. I would go for a couple of weeks, couple of months, however long it took to get me back to feeling kind of okay again. The minute I felt okay again, I was like, yeah, I don't need to see anyone again. I'm fine, I'll just carry on with life. The trouble is, all I ever done was trim the bush. All I ever done was get myself back to, say here, okay? But here was good enough. I didn't want to keep going to see that counsellor every week. That was crap. Every single week I had to get upset, I had to get uncomfortable, I had to dig up my demons. I didn't like doing that. So the minute I got to a place where I was okay, stop seeing him. The problem with that is it was inevitable because I didn't do the proper tough work. I'd end up back there at some point because I didn't make any changes. All I did was got a little bit better, then I went back to doing what I did, which got me to that place in the first place. It took God knows how many years, at least 10, maybe even 12, of keep doing the same cycle. And this is the thing, wherever you are in life, if you constantly keep finding yourself back in a place where you are not happy, you're constantly doing the same things that take you back there. So unless you make the change, unless you change something in your life, it's clearly something in your life that's making you feel like that. Identify what that is. And this is back to my point. I rant, I know. Back to my point. Ultimately, you have to take the time to scratch away at yourself. Go through more pain, unfortunately. You have to get deep. You have to carry on seeing the counsellor when actually you kind of feel okay. Because it's then when you go when actually you don't want to. When you're courageous enough and brave enough and strong enough to take yourself back there week on week on week and dig that up and go through it, then ultimately you will beat it and you will be on a different level. You have to go through it because you have to learn the things that make you feel depressed. Nobody else can teach you that. Only you. You can't give it up. If you give up your depression to someone else, if you say, here, psychiatrist, psychotherapist, this is your problem, you fix me. Here, doctor, give me those tablets, you fix me. You are giving up your responsibility. You are giving your hope to them. That's hopeless. Let me tell you, there's no one else in the world who cares more about you than you. No one. It has to be you. Again, I know there's going to be some people watching this who are probably really in the crap of it. And this, you'll feel like, no, man, I can't even do that. And I get that because I've been there, okay? To the people who are on a fairly even plane, if you don't want to go back there, start learning about yourself. Start self-developing. Start asking yourself, what are the triggers? Is it when I go out and get shit-faced? Is it when I want to go and do too many drugs? Is it when I'm too much of a high and then I go down to a low? Identify it, and then you have to be strong enough and courageous enough to start changing it. If, however, you are right down in the crap, you do need support. You need good people around you. You need some hope. You probably do need to take those tablets. All I can say to you is, just stick with it. There is hope. There is hope. That's what you need to know. You need to know there's hope. Because without hope, you're hopeless. Okay? Start small. Go easy on yourself. Your mind's in a pickle. It's probably shutting down. It's had enough. It's tired. You're in survival mode. Okay? Just take it easy. Take it easy. Day by day. Bit by bit. When you start to build up again, you start to build up. Start becoming aware, start looking, start treating yourself kindly, and start paying attention to this. Start realizing that your thoughts are not you. They are just thoughts. You don't have to be attached to them. I would strongly recommend you meditate. Meditation for me has been huge. An app I fully recommend is Headspace. Just 10 minutes a day, honestly, it just helps you separate from your thoughts. And when you realize all that stuff that you say to yourself isn't actually you, it's just your mind playing tricks on you, you can learn over time. Again, it's going to take time. I'm not going to lie to you. But you can learn to control it. And that's the difference now. I haven't had tablets for getting on, almost 7 years. Don't get me wrong, I've hit some bouts. I do. But I know because I'm so aware now. I know. I know when it's going to come. I know when I've been too high. It still happens. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But I'm aware. And therefore I have more control of myself, which brings hope. Okay? So look, it's been a long video, okay? I've shown some passion, I've chucked some stuff out there. It's hard for me to get it all out in 15, 20 minutes anyway, all right? I just had to get it out there. I had to start the ball rolling and put it out there to try and help some people, because you know what? It'd be selfish for me to keep it in, okay? I believe some of the stuff that I've said can help someone. If it helps one person, then I've done something. And I know for me, when I was seriously down and depressed, I would just, any ounce of hope, you know, honestly, when you're there, nothing else in life matters. Nothing. Like, you know, there's some perspective. But I want everybody to feel like I do now. And the thing is, the one thing you need to know, right, is that it actually makes you, without going through that 18-year battle, I would not be the person I am now. I would not have the strength and the value I have. I have taught myself so many lessons. I have so much courage and strength because I have taken so much crap. I've been to so many dark places. You could not have done anything to me in my life to make me feel any lower than I've ever felt before. I have contrast. I have a sense of gratefulness and gratitude and appreciation and understanding that some people can't even realise because they've not experienced that low. How can you know how good you've got it when you haven't experienced how bad it can be? I have. That is actually, that's a gift. I actually see it as a gift now. It's a freaking gift. Like, that has, you know, because you know what? So one of the reasons people are depressed is because they don't realise what they've got. They think they've got it hard and actually they haven't. They don't really know what hard is. All the things we go through in life, all the challenges, they're made that way. We're supposed to have them. That's life. If you can see it as a game and not take it too serious. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a challenge that's taken a long time. But, you know, you need these experiences. These experiences make you. Without a bad relationship, you can't appreciate a good relationship. Okay, you need the bad ones. We all learn from them. Hopefully you do. You have to experience crap. I'm actually grateful for all the crap I've been through. And I've been through a lot of crap. I've got myself in a lot of trouble. I've been an angry, silly, crazy fool at times in my life. But actually, I'm proud of it. Now I'm proud to be who I am. You know why? Because it makes me relatable. I can help people. I can genuinely relate and understand people. And people can genuinely relate and understand me. Without having those experiences, I just couldn't be who I am. And that's the thing. When you go through it and you realise who you are and you realise the strength and courage you do actually have, it's going to make you. You are going to be unstoppable because no one can ever make you feel any worse than you've ever felt. You can use that for drive. Tune into that. Channel that passion, that heart, you know? And you can then put that into anything. You have strength. We all have strength and potential like we don't even know. Honestly. Like you hear it in the films, oh, if we only use 10% of our brain power, blah, 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 blah. You all heard it. It's freaking true. It's so true. Okay, but most of us are so, like, lost, confused, frustrated, depressed, consumed by stimulation from our phones, our TVs, our goddamn radios, are just everywhere. Okay, we're pushed down. Take back control of your life. Stop the overstimulation. Get off your phone. Okay? At least take control of it. Use your phones, use technology, use it, but in a positive way. Don't let it control you. You decide. Stop putting it on first thing in the morning. Stop watching it up until 11, 12 o'clock at night. Stop comparing yourself. Stop thinking and worrying about what everyone else is doing. Concentrate on yourself, especially if you're depressed. Even more so if you're depressed. You need to concentrate on yourself. You need to work yourself out. You need to love yourself and you need to understand yourself. Okay? Clearly you can see I'm passionate about it. It's close to my heart. Listen, in my opinion, it's a symptom of a lifestyle that's not serving you. And that can be so many things. Eating crap, drinking too much, not enough natural sunlight, not enough movement, not releasing anger or emotion, not looking at your frustrations, but rather burying your head in stimulation on your phone or ignoring your brain, trying to switch off, trying to escape with alcohol, drugs or TV, anything to stop that. We don't want to confront that. We don't want to confront those thoughts because they're scary. We all have dark thoughts. Difference is not everybody tells you that. Not everybody's open and honest. And that's a bad thing because it keeps us locked in a place where we think we're on our own. You're not on your own. Jeez, there's never been more depressed people in the history of humanity. So you are definitely not on your own. Know that. Be comforted by that. You are not on your own, okay? Start to love yourself, all right? Start small if you have to. But you do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. Take responsibility. Take control. And there's hope. There is a way out. So, there you go. I hope it was helpful. I hope it wasn't, I hope it didn't hurt you or offend you or cause you any more frustration or pain, because that's not what I want to do. I will try and do some more stuff in the future about this. Coaching is going to be my thing. I don't want to coach in depression. It's not what I want to do. I can relate to you if you will. I don't want to coach you in it. I'm not a psychotherapist, okay? I'll give you some of my perspective. I'll give you some of my knowledge and what's helped me, but I'm not a professional. I'm not going to coach you. I just want to give you some of my insight and beliefs about it to hopefully open your minds up to encourage you to start looking. I read a lot of books. That's what I turn to, books, anything. Start getting some different insights, some different thoughts around it. Don't just give into it. Do not just give into it. People used to say to me, just accept it. You're in denial. Best thing I ever did was not accept it. Don't accept it. Don't. If you accept it, it's done. Done deal. That's how you're going to be for the rest of your life. Don't accept it. My opinion, just my opinion. But let's be honest, I've had 18 years of experience and I am now not depressed, so I think it's a freaking good opinion. Don't lose hope. Stay in touch. And good luck. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. My buttons stopped working. So this has just completely shown me up. But it shows that I'm human, I'm faulty, alright? I was trying to be all smooth about it. Look, you've got some extra few seconds of content. Whoop-de-doo-dah. Now I'm going to push this button and not be so smooth about it. Take care.